Good morning! So this is my last breakfast in Japan before we hop on a high-speed rail to head over to the airport to catch a quick 3-hour flight to Taipei, Taiwan. Anyway, to our little Airbnb situation. Look how decorated it is. Come around the corner, and this for here. Then you open, and then the bathroom is literally right in front of you. It's like nice little shower room here. Oh, and then in Asia, it's really common for the showers to be attached to the faucet as a water source. And then what's more exciting is the whole situation over here. This is the entire loft. There's a little tiny bed situation. And then refrigerator, sink, this, some storage. This is your dining table. And then you go up here, step, 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 is the upstairs. So, bedroom area, it's so cute. Look at all the faux plants. It's the loft, and then on this side, you have the living room with your couch, the loft bench, and then the TV, desk. And you can look outside that way. You can look directly all the way down too. I just love the way that this place is decorated because it's so like feminine, girly, and fun. Look at this lamp. It's entirely feathers. That is so funny. So on our first day here, we took it really easy and had a nice brunch. Then we took a stroll outside and found a local park. We found these little workout bars and I had a lot of fun just embracing my inner childhood. The park was so green and so cute. And then we found the workout stations and here I am getting my gains, getting my steps, and just enjoying having a slow day. And here we are at the National Taiwan Palace Museum where they host almost 700,000 artifacts. This museum just has a sliver of the amount of art from ancient China, and it's so cool to see these old art pieces that capture the cultural values and beauty from olden times. You're also able to see the shift of Chinese to Japanese influence as well. And I think my favorite part of this museum were the ceramics and jade exhibits. There's so much inspiration and an incredible display of craftsmanship in every detail of each piece. We then got lunch at David and Alpacas, which, surprise, had actual alpacas. And this neighborhood actually has a lot of Western-style buildings because it used to be a U.S. military base, which has since become unused. So the neighborhood has turned it into a really cute shopping area. way to my parents' hometown where I got to see my grandparents for the first time in a really, really long time. And I kind of got in my feels and just enjoyed their home and imagined that this would have been where I would have been raised if my parents had decided to stay in Taiwan instead of immigrating to America. We then moved on to Sun Moon Lake, which is basically what I imagine heaven to look like, where there's a vibrant lake in the middle of a nest of green mountains. And Taiwan is well known for its tea, especially since it's the birthplace of boba milk tea. So we had to visit one of its many tea farms. We had a tea egg tasting and a tea sampling experience. All of this is dried tea leaves. And down below you can kind of see where they sort it and roast it, but all of that are just tea leaves collected. Dried roselle. Don't know what that is. We also checked out Puli Winery, which was established during the restoration period of Taiwan. This special wine was developed from hot springs water. The museum also had an impressive collection of ceramic wine containers. I believe in Taiwan the most prominent religions are Taoism and Buddhism, and you'll see these temples everywhere in Taiwan, in every nook and cranny, every street, and it's just incredible because they are so ornate and detailed. Arguably one of the best ways to get a view of Taiwan is to fly over. So this is my first time gliding over town. Guys, you can eat so well in Taiwan for so little, even competitive with Japan. This is my hot take, but you can eat better in Taiwan than you can in Japan. From street food to fine dining, absolutely incredible. Now this part of town might actually be my favorite part of the whole trip. This is called the Songshang Cultural and Creative Park. These buildings used to be a tobacco factory and warehouse facility and has since been transformed into a small business park. There are dozens and dozens of micro businesses run by young people here, and it's such a cool setting, and it would be an absolute dream of mine to maybe one day set up shop in a place like this. There were also exhibits that I believe were run by students that had really cool displays that explored interesting concepts such as what if we could buy a cloud, or what if humans became pollinators instead of bees? They felt like outlandish questions, but it was thought-provoking and pretty cool to see the imagined ramifications of them. There was also an exhibit that explored the healing power of laughter. This organization is run by health professionals who dress as silly clowns to bring joy to their young patients. Their slogan is "Laughter is a human right." Now we are jumping into displays from Art Taipei, or the Taipei International Contemporary Art Fair. I feel incredibly lucky to be able to go to a show like this because it's only once a year and it just happened to be on the last weekend of our trip. This show invites, I believe, hundreds of galleries and artists from across the world to display their works in a single space. And I had no idea that Taiwan was so alive in the art scene. This just felt like a safe space to express and explore progressive ideas in all mediums such as sculpture, digital, and paint. It took literally 5 hours of walking just to get a quick glimpse of all the work, not even to chat with any of the gallery reps or artists. If you ever have the opportunity to check this out in future shows, it'd be totally worth it to get the whole weekend pass just so you can fully immerse in the experience and talk to the artists. That being said, even though it's hosted in Taiwan, because it is an international show, most reps do speak English or have English translations printed. And there's a lot of modern cultural influences and stories baked into each art piece, and it would have been so enriching to engage with those who created the pieces. Also, I was super unprepared for how this show was also like a fashion show. Everyone was so suave and dressed so well. Every exhibitor felt like a different world, and it was really cute to see artists together there with their families celebrating their gallery displays. This is so cool. It's not a painting, but it's literally just light refracted onto a blank canvas. The glass is the part that is bent, and when light shines through it, it creates the image. It's really hard to tell, but maybe you can kind of see it. To round out the trip, of course we had to go to a night market. If you've yet to go to a night market in Asia, it's quite the experience. It feels like a festival, but it's just a nightly occurrence. It is a hodgepodge of street vendors, mostly food vendors, but there are some stalls that sell merchandise or have carnival games that cram a street for locals and now many tourists to come explore. You can get crazy delicious food out here and enjoy the frenzied chaotic vibe. Night markets vary in size, and this one was actually one of the smaller ones. They are littered all over the country in mostly the bigger cities, but it's not hard to find one. It's a really, really fun experience.